statistics. You just have to go with what makes the most sense. You just have to go with, you know, there's nothing I can do. If one of you was recruited, how am I supposed to know? Well, what am I to do? You know what I mean?
Sure. I was not recruited. Promise 1000% on my honor, not recruited.
So it's yeah, it's a little like I said, I've done this before. I've gotten to the end with three people and one person was a traitor. So it's a little like, but I mean, yeah, we just have to go with kind of the most likely. And yeah, my game is in you and Matt's hands because, you know, as we all are, but it's like I can definitely see Adam and Rob being traitors, if Taylor was not. And yeah, I mean, that'd be so amazing. It'd be so amazing to get there and be like,
And you really feel like Taylor was not was not a traitor after all.
yeah, in that moment too, like when I was kind of trying, I was like, oh my God, can I not write his name down? What does that mean? What is it like? How does that? And I was just like, and that's what got to me was like, you need to play emotionless. Like that's when you do your best is play emotionless and just go with what makes the most sense. And honestly, like it really bad luck for him. I mean, I'm the one who brought it to everyone's attention, but that whole like, the Phil being ready at the same time he was ready, I'm like, that was a split second. And the
Right.
likelihood, again, likelihoods, is that's not a coincidence. And if it is, then it is, but it's likelihood it's not. So I want to believe that he's not really capable of that much deceit and being, and it makes sense what he was saying. Like people told me I was quiet, I was in the dark. Let me turn on my light. Let me speak up more. That makes sense. Um, yeah, and him getting emotional, he's not manipulative like that or anything like that. So for me,
No, the
it's
emotion was definitely genuine. I
yeah,
could tell that the emotion was genuine and he was genuinely upset that it's very clear that he struggles with that, right? That was very obvious.
yeah,
But I just don't think that it's a coincidence that of the whole thing that you were talking about. Like anybody can make up you were talking to your brother about the Amazon thing or
yeah.
whatever it was. Like that's an easy thing to make up. I sort of interrupted you though. Go ahead if
No, no, that's it. And I'm just like, yeah, it's too much of a coincidence. It's it's you. I mean, and either way, what would I go to the end with Taylor? No, there's too much of a question mark there.
yeah.
So you have to go sooner rather than later. Sure. I mean, it is what it is. Um,
So then between Adam and Rob, then if Taylor is a traitor, then that would only leave one other person at this point.
yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's in your best interest to even remotely risk that. I would think that Rob's been playing like a traitor because again, ChatGPT told me like avoid like the people who are the quietest, maybe their votes have been a little different, like stuff like that. And I was like, that does fit Rob to a T. Um, but I know that Adam's capable of keeping things. We played together like this. We were like went to the end together in our Survivor game that had just ended a couple weeks ago, and he kept some things from me and Mary. We're in a little trio, and he never ended up telling Mary. He told me at the last day. He's like, remember that little uh cancel a vote or whatever he said it was. He's like, it was actually an idol. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So my eyes were open to like how he could dead seriously tell you something and it not be true.
Sure.
Um, because I just experienced that a few weeks ago with him. So he's capable, but I don't know. I don't know.
At this point, I don't think I can take the risk.
No, they both got to
To me,
go.
both of them have to go. So there's no question to me um, how I'm voting.
Yeah, we're still doing Rob first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Matt confirmed the same thing. So no, they both have to go. Absolutely. And the as long as that happens, I mean, I think again the likelihood that us three winning is great. Um, and yes, there's that big question mark with what happened yesterday. Still trying to figure it out. I have no idea, but there's nothing I can do about it. So,
What thing happened yesterday?
well, the no murder and no one had
Oh
a,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, sure, sure.
yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. So it is what it is. It's like, I'm not in the position to do anything about it. It's,
Yeah.
so it's,
And
and
that's the only thing that worries me is that like, you know, if somehow we started the game with only two traders, but I just can't see that happening with 18 people. Like it's a big cast. Like you gotta have like the baseline seems like it's always, I mean, I understand that in the past there has been a situation where they did two, but I think Phil did too, but it just that doesn't make sense to me. So I think we got to go with that. And then I wish that he would say like it's very, sort of, difficult to like make a plan and like strategize if you
you
don't know
don't know
what
the
happened.
rules. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know the rules. And so
Yeah.
I don't know why he isn't saying anything about that, which
And
yeah,
like the whole Alex thing too was removed and never revealed. So that's
right.
like, could
Well, that's a
Alex
good
have
point.
also been a traitor? And so you could, even that scenario, you could have started out with three, and then maybe like someone could have been recruited at a different point. I mean, Matt, I've asked Matt that, and Matt never gave me like an answer, like he didn't know, is what he kind of alluded to, was like, can you hold over that, recruitment several, whatever, until later
Right.
on? I mean, maybe, and that's the thing. It's like, well, then with Mike going, was there a recruitment then? Was there a forced kind of, what do you call that when you're there, you're either
Ultimate
murdered or ultimatum, yeah, things. And
ultimatum.
so yeah, is there like an ultimatum or whatever? Again, it's like these are all speculative things that could happen and could be the reality of it. um I could definitely see a world where, you know um like I was like, because I was trying to think, I was like, could Matt have been recruited again? I think if Matt was a traitor, he would want to win alone because he already won with someone. So like, what would the next step be above and beyond that, is to win alone? um sure, there's that chance. Again, nothing I can do about it. um would
Well,
I?
we'll see if he fucks us over, but
Yeah, we'll see. um I think that, if I was thinking like, would Mike or someone else, like if Alex was a traitor, would they want to recruit a confirmed faithful? But they would only do it if they knew that there was confirmed faithfuls, and very limited people knew about that at that point. So
right.
yeah, I mean, again, the likelihood is that we should be good, is the likelihood. It's just, you
Mhm.
get the paranoia, right?
Yeah, no,
um
for sure.
so I was trying to think all day. I was like, you know out of my control, whatever happens happens at this point. I'm a more strategic person, so I would love to have like had more things that I could play with and be in a different position, but I'm like, I don't have anything to do,
Yeah.
so I'm
What's
just,
been interesting to me is like there has been very, very little to go on with like people's behaviors, people's comments, people's, the private messages and like things like that. There really has not been a lot to go on for suspicions and, all of the people that ended up being somewhat suspicious turned out to be faithfuls as far as we know. So,
yeah.
um that's been
Same thing
that's been
happened
tricky.
last year,
Hmm.
where it's like you build a case for someone, you're like, well, I think because of this and this, because you're really grasping onto anything.
Yeah.
And um and then they're faithful, and you're like, why did you answer this, or why would you do that, or why would
Hmm.
you? It's just, it just is what it is. So
Yeah. You form that narrative in your mind to make it fit, whatever you think. So,
yeah, exactly.
hey, hey.
Gossip Garden Arch.
Were you
So
moved here, or are we allowed moving around, or
I was just moved
Oh,
here.
you were
So,
moved here? Oh,
in the middle of conversation.
Now he's gone.
Hey guys, hey
Now
Mike.
he's gone.
There we
How,
go.
how you feeling, Rob? Yeah.
Honestly, I was okay until we spoke earlier, and then you mentioned the thing about Abby might not feeling confident in me, and I'm like, so I don't know. Um, I did feel good, but if she's not going to trust me, and I was just telling this to what's his name, Adam. For her point, it makes most sense to go with two versus three, but I would really hope and implore you guys to trust and believe that I am and take me along with you. I just want the win. Y'all can split the money from me. I just want the win. It's really, I just want to win.
You know I trust you, bro. You know
I,
I
I
trust.
I know you do, but she probably doesn't. And again, it makes sense. So I won't. If you guys burn me, I'm gonna be mad, but I won't be mad. But I promise you, I promise, I'm writing it on hand. I'm a faithful. So I hope you guys can trust and take me with you guys. And but if you don't, I will understand because it just makes sense.
I'm being honest. I think I'm gonna be the first vote. I really do. I do.
No,
I do,
no.
man. I could
Abby
be.
would not be. You know, I'm not gonna do that, and Abby wouldn't be smart to do that.
Yeah, but like, Rob, I'm thinking about last night, man. It was no murder, and
You think someone was recruited?
I do, and
I
and
literally said that to Adam as well,
I'm so sorry to say, but like,
and I said it would be one of you two.
it would be one of us too.
Yeah.
I know it's not me because I had told, I didn't tell you, but I was in a breakout room with Adam and Jonathan. I want to say the night before Taylor had gotten murked, and I told them both straight up that if I if any of the traders were to try to recruit me, I would decline it, even if it was an ultimatum. Like I would die as a faithful over being a trader again, just to like follow through with what I wanted to do in this game.
Yeah, yeah.
So they knew where I stood with that, you know. But also like if it
You
was
said
one
that
of
to Adam and who?
Jonathan. So, but the thing about that is like, okay, they're aware of that information. So wouldn't it make sense to recruit me to cut me,
Yeah.
right? But there's also the thought in my mind, dude, like if there wasn't a recruitment, like I mean, if there was the option to recruit, but also the option to murder, why not just murder straight up, you know?
That's that too.
And the only thing I can think of, dude,
I would say it would make more sense to do the recruitment because now it really like we're going into this thinking that we know this two confirmed and you guys have the upper hand, but it makes more sense for them to if they're thinking that way to bring
yeah,
the recruitment because now that throws it all off. So it screws you up essentially.
yeah. My only thing is a recruitment makes more sense if there was only one trader left. And it's very well possible that there was one trader left, like even with Taylor in the game. And or it could be that Taylor was the other trader and they cut him on purpose so that they would be the only trader so that they could go ahead and recruit either me or Abby, which more than likely would be Abby.
That's the point.
But
Another point that we were just talking about as well too is and I mentioned this previously. We never found out. I think it was Luke. We never found out what he was when I was like kicked out the game. Never found out what he was. Now, mind you, probably wasn't anything because he wasn't active, but but yeah, we never found what what he was.
so it could have been Luke that was a trader, and then we got Mike, and then the single trader theory would hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I just don't understand why
nothing happened.
murder didn't happen at final six. Like that's such an important
I
part.
was asking as well too, if could it be possible that the traders got the shields and they voted for one of them to be murdered, but obviously they had a shield? Is that possible to even do?
No, the only way a trader could murder a trader. So last season, there was last season there was a point.
Hey, Abby.
Last season, there was a point.
The point that I'm not gonna.
Oh, shoot. Come on, hottest Vaders. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Adam.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right.
I just got to put
Are you
into
smoking a pipe?
No, it's a vape.
Oh, Jesus. Adam. That's no good.
Well, I know, Abby, I know. I'm anxious.
Too good for that. No. Adam.
Oh,
I'm distraught.
anyway, how are you feeling? I know you've got a lot of weight on your shoulders tonight, I think you and Matt, because you both know that you're going to the end. You know, the only way that you wouldn't go to the end is if Jonathan, myself, and Rob all teamed together and voted against you, and we're not doing that. Like that's not our game. So congratulations. Yeah, I honestly, you're gonna make it to the end. Um, and I would love to make it there with you, but at the same time, I understand self-preservation, and you know that you can trust Matt, and you're the only two people that each other can trust. And I don't know what else I can do or we can do, anyone, to try and prove to you that we're not a traitor at that point. So I understand whatever decision you guys have to make. Like, I'm not going to be bitter about it or whatever. I've had fun, but you know, I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that I've made it to the final night and that's enough, and I'm happy about that. But
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I will tell you that you have given me absolutely nothing to suspect. So if you are a traitor, you have done a masterful job, because I I feel connected to you in a way, and I don't even like, know how to articulate that, but I just gravitated towards you and I just really
yeah,
enjoy you. So you're a very genuine guy. I've really enjoyed getting to know you, and I don't think you're a traitor.
I'm not, and it really has been like a lot of fun. It really has.
Yeah.
Like last season, I was out so early that I was like upset and a little bit bitter about it because I think I was out like the fourth night, which was like the second or third banishment. And so I'm glad I was able to experience the whole thing this time. It's been fun, but very stressful. Very stressful. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think
definitely.
like even today, like I'm at work and I'm thinking about like yesterday, like why was there no murder? Like there has to be a reason why there was no murder. And I don't understand, if there were shields, why would anybody lie about the shield? Because there's no more murders, right? That was the
Right.
last murder the other night. There's no more murders, so the traitors can't come after you. The faithful aren't going to really care if you've got a shield because you're faithful. So I don't understand why anyone would lie. So it leaves two scenarios for me. I think a few people mentioned maybe what's it called, recruitment, or I think there might have been a murder and it wasn't successful because they did it
Oh yeah.
once, right? This
Mm-hmm.
season. Maybe it
Mm-hmm.
was another one because I think Matt said that last season there were two. There wasn't one when I was still in it. I think they both happened after I left. But there was like, so maybe it was that because that's the only two scenarios that I can think of why there wouldn't be a murder. And in the
Well,
history of these traitors,
Matt S had a shield that first time that protected him, and there was no murder that night. And I think they went after him, right?
right? But yeah, I think yeah. But then but then why would anyone lie about it at this point about having a shield if
Right.
somebody got a shield? Like maybe it's just to try and make the game look messy. I don't know. Hey
Mm-hmm.
Rob,
Make the game
Hey,
messy.
Rob.
Hey, hey.
we're talking
We're
about
talking
still
about
about.
shield.
Oh, I've already been here with you.
I know, right?
I mean, I talked to you again.
You said you're talking about the shield?
Wait, why is that single red?
There we go.
Phil accidentally brought me into the room with him,
With them again,
and then he was like, "Oh, I did it again. You're going
yeah.
somewhere else." I was like, "Oh, I thought I was going to have a nice interview or something."
Uh,
Questioning.
how are you, my friend?
Um, I'm good. It's like I've been saying to everyone, it's out of my control at this point. It's just is what it is.
Yeah. So,
And yeah, I mean, I there's obviously traders left in this game,
yeah.
regardless if Taylor was one or not. There's still at least one left in this game.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I think there's a world where anything could happen. Like, could one of the confirmed faithfuls have been recruited at some point? Maybe.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the one thing I'm concerned with. Like I said, with the last one with no murder, no shield, no nothing. It's like what happened there? We
what
obviously
happened?
need to find out. But yeah,
Yeah.
I really hope it's not a recruitment because that really just throws everything off. And I was telling Matt it would make, because you were saying it would just make sense if they would just murder them as opposed to recruiting. But I'm like, no, if they were traitors, it makes more sense to probably do the recruitment because now no one knows anything, you know. So
Oh, for sure. The murder would have really kind of locked in, like depending on who was murdered and who was left. But I'm like,
yeah, that's the
if yeah, like if like you were murdered, then I would know as a faithful, well, there's two traitors, so it
Mhm.
has to be Adam and Taylor. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it
that's
would
what
have
I'm
like
saying.
there would have been someone in the game definitively knowing who the traitors were.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking as well too. So while I was kind of hoping they went that way, but I was also hoping not because I didn't want it to be me. It would have been very telling if they would have did a murder. So I think they played it smart there. Which,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
how do they play this? Is the thing.
I mean, I guess yeah, because I think they would have avoided even attempting to murder Matt or Abby. Regardless, they still tell me they never got shields. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
what they're going with right now. But
That's what I've had them both in a room. They both like, swear to God, didn't have a shield. I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's just me. You can tell me. They're like,
yeah,
didn't have a shield. I was like, okay.
just,
Yeah, I don't know what to think. I mean, I could be totally bamboozled tonight. I mean,
I feel like there will be bamboozlement going on. Yeah. So I
you
would
know, I've enjoyed getting to play with you.
exactly.
And yeah, because I don't know you, I haven't seen you before. It's been great. I've told everyone, I think all season when people ask about you, I'm like, really think he's genuine, like your energy. Glad you're here. But
I literally just thought up the field in my interview that of all the people that the person that I would like to get to know more, and I'll still message you after the game, just kind of see how things are going and just kind of further our newfound friendship. But yeah,
yeah, that's good. Thanks.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah, you seem genuine as well. So I was like, yeah, just this game, you just never know with this crazy game.
Well, I'm surprised that everyone yesterday was like, "Oh, you, Adam." I think everyone. I forget who asked the question, but Taylor, you all said like, "Oh, I don't think Jonathan's a traitor," and I was like, "That's really nice when you're like being honest and genuine, and people can see it." You know what I mean? There's nothing worse. That's why I felt so bad with Brad and with like really anyone who we thought, or Odd, I guess, is the other one who I was like, I don't know. You know, when you're like accusing someone and they're being genuine, but you don't believe them, I'm like, that feels,
Like, yeah.
yeah, it feels
And
terrible.
that's why, like I was telling, I think I told Matt, when Tina was going, leading up into it, there was nothing you could tell me to tell me that Tina was not a traitor. But when she started giving her speech, I was looking to the camera, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, she's not, and that happened. But by that time, it was too late to change my vote because then it would look bad. Like he's the one that pushed it, and then he didn't vote for
That's
her.
what happened to Taylor last night for me. I was like,
To be honest, we were really on the same page when it came to. I was like, I'm not writing his name, but then I'm thinking all of you are gonna write his name, so what? It will how stupid would it look for me to not?
yeah, crossed my mind as well. I was like, I'm like, I can't put Taylor's name down here, can I? I'm like, it will crush him. Having the person who knows him the most, it will crush Taylor if I put his name down here. I'm like, but then in 24 hours, can I convince and explain to people that that was like a vote to save some of his feelings, perhaps, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and then the person, whoever, I would have to vote for someone else, and they'd be upset with me. So
Yeah.
it's just not a smart game move.
Yeah,
Because you knew it was going to happen anyway. But it's like I felt terrible because in that moment, right at the end, when he got emotional and stuff, I was like, I don't think he is.
I was like, just don't know. But like I said,
Then I'm like, I don't think any of you are. Like, you have to be someone, but I don't think like I'm speaking to anyone. And the funny thing is, and I've told them this before, it's like the most suspicious people, I think, if there was no ghosts, there was no confirmed faithfuls, I'd be most suspicious of Matt because he fooled me last season. And I would be probably Abby is really like kind of like gives off suspicious vibes to me.
well, I feel bad, but again, no one told me. You guys had known at this point when I came for Matt. But I'm just thinking, okay, we've been shooting this way. It's been wrong. Let me turn a different direction. So that's why I
Damn.
thought.
Right. That's so funny.
Every time I'm getting into the conversation, y'all. What? All right, I'll talk to Adam now.
Going on, buddy?
Not much, man. I'm nervous as shit.
Why are you nervous?
Because, man, the Traitors could still win.
How?
So here's my thinking, man.
Do you think there is a recruitment?
I do. I'm gonna tell you why. Even if the game started with 3 Traitors, okay. Let's assume, for argument's sake, Luke was a traitor. Cool. He was out. So that means Mike and maybe Taylor, or Mike and maybe somebody else.
Right.
Either way, Mike was cut. So either Taylor was by himself, or there was another person who was by themselves this whole time. And here comes 6, where they have that choice to recruit or to murder. They're gonna recruit over murdering, because murdering
It's just
simple.
chaos.
You just cut one person, great. But now you have to deal with the 3 other people, 2 of them that you know are from confirmed faithful, who may
And now
bring
they're no
just to
longer
the end.
confirmed. If they commit a murder,
if that one traitor who's by themselves commits the murder instead of recruiting, then they're
Yeah.
basically 1 versus 3 with 2 of
Mhm.
them for sure locked in because they know they're both faithful. So at that point, there is no confusion or questioning. That person's pretty much fucked. Those 2 people are going to take themselves to the end. So the smartest thing for a traitor to do, especially if they're by themselves, is to get either me or Abby to become a traitor, because it basically guarantees that person who has like the faith forever faithful mark on them to
Right.
make it to the end.
Right. So do you think that you got a shield and they just didn't tell you and that the traders went for you?
Phil said that the players who received shields would be notified after
Oh,
the.
he did say that?
Yeah, he said that. So that was pretty clear and set in
No,
stone. A person doesn't have no reason to admit they got a shield unless they're a traitor, but even if the traitors got a shield,
it doesn't matter.
they still need a murder. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what the fuck just happened to mine?
So I'm just you know, I think about things, man. Like, there's no way in hell, unless the traitors voluntarily chose not to murder somebody at 6 to cause more chaos.
No, there's a reason why.
Like, so that's my thinking. Like, I'm not
Can you
accusing.
choose? You can't choose to not murder, right? Could you choose when you were a trader? They told you you could choose to not murder. Could you do that?
I think it's no. I think it's you either
You have to, right?
murder or do another.
So,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
mhm.
like, and the traitors can't murder each other.
So
So
we got three scenarios. One of us are lying about having a shield, and somehow they were hit and they were saved, but they're not admitting they had the shield. Or, right, one of us. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
the only logical thing is there was 1 or 2 traitors and they picked one of us up as a number to ensure that they win tonight.
I really do think that we got a trader in Taylor. I really do. I don't like that call, man. That could like coincidence sometimes is like no that timing. And then he was just so odd when he was answering his questions the other day, like those delays, and then he was like, and I get that he was upset, but I think you can be upset about something and then like, because it was more of like a personality thing that he felt he was being pulled up on. So he could
Yeah,
be upset about that and then still be a trader. Like, and I think people were like a little bit like, oh, he's crying. He must be like, I don't, it sounds like mean, but I don't really fall for that stuff because you see it all the time.
yeah, literally. So it's just I don't know. Like my gears are turning, dude. Like, I'm trying to really like I'm trying to just trust and hope that like
Yeah.
the people that I'm putting my faith in are gonna follow through. But
I just said to Abby, I was like, honestly, I've had a lot of fun, and I would love to win as a faithful, but knowing that you and Abby can only really 100% rely on each other, like I get it, like at the same time. So like it sucks. Like if you guys trust me and we get to the end together, that would be great. Like I would be thrilled, but if you don't, I'm not gonna be like mad or anything. Like I'd be disappointed, but I'm not gonna be like mad. Like I understand you can only really trust each other. Unless there was a recruitment and Abby got recruited, which I don't think she did at all. I think, like, no, they wouldn't have done that. Or you were recruited. Can you imagine, Matt? Right into you got right to the end as a faithful one, and the traders were like, "We're recruiting you as a trader," and you had to finish the game as a trader again. That would
you
suck.
know, it's a possibility, right? You just never know.
Shut up.
No, I'm
Shut
joking. Yeah, I'm
up. You
joking,
such an
dude.
ass. I was
No,
like, you shut the fuck up.
no, definitely not a traitor, dude. I want to like
Nah,
I
dude.
told you and Jonathan, like if I ever had gotten like the recruitment, even if it was like an ultimatum
You would
recruitment,
have
I'm
turned it
gonna say
down.
no. I'm gonna die as a faithful. Like that's the point of me playing again. I didn't want to play again and play the same linear game that I played last season. Like I wanted to do something different, something a little bit more difficult. Challenge myself. I love
You do
challenges. So
like I was thinking back looking at the notes yesterday and stuff, and I was writing at the very beginning how at first I thought that you seemed like nervous and stuff, but I think it's not that you're nervous, it's that like you're not you're not like just. I think last season you were just relaxed. You kind of knew that you were a traitor, and